it was a good win. You know, it's fun to play at home, and this is such an interesting game, you know, with hundreds and hundreds of elementary kids here. It's so loud from the get-go, and, you know, they get excited when we score, obviously, or make a play. They even get excited when the opponents have some success, too. So it's really fun. It's interesting, though, I think mentally just trying to get ready for the game because there's such a different crowd out here, and there's a lot of, like, distractions before the game, but I was proud of our players. I thought we did some really good things today. Credit Angelo State for challenging us in some areas too, giving us some, you know, some good looks, some things that we can look at on video and find some ways that we need to improve. But overall, good performance. It was a fun game, and proud of the way our girls handled themselves.
So what was sort of like the main scout report heading into this game against Angelo State, and how do you feel like the team was able to execute that scouting report?
Yeah, we knew they were going to try to score in transition, score really early in the shot clock, and we did okay with that. We probably graded out with about a B- with that. I think we've got to figure out how to be consistent about slowing the ball down and not allowing quick passes up the floor. They're a really good offensive rebounding team, and we had some 5-minute segments where we did a great job blocking out, and then we had a couple of 5-minute segments where we weren't very physical with that. So again, just some things that we can watch on video and learn from.
So really strong performance from three this game, 16 made threes. So last game you guys had a little bit of struggle from the three-point line. So how did it feel to get your bearings back from the three-point line?
Yeah, you know, the defense cannot take everything away. So you know, if we can score in the paint, we do that. If the paint is clogged up, then it opens up shots on the perimeter. If there's a lot of pressure on the perimeter, you're going to drive and score in the paint. And so our players did a nice job, I think, reading the defense and understanding where those shots were going to come from. You know, it was pretty equal tonight, though. I think we made 15 layups and 16 threes. So, you know, when one thing was taken away, we looked for shots in the other area. So that's a really good job, like, reading the defense.
Both Tatum and Taylor had really good games today. Tatum, after following her last performance last game. So what are your thoughts on their performance?
Tatum is just a playmaker, you know, and she just reads the defense and takes what they give her, and she does a really nice job sprinting the floor and getting open in transition. Several of her buckets tonight were pretty tough, you know, full speed, but in transition. She did a good job finding the glass and finishing shots. She's doing a really good job communicating with her teammates, coaching out on the court, and you know, we appreciate her leadership, but putting the ball in the hole is something that we, you know, would like to see on a consistent basis, and she's been doing that for us so far this year. Taylor's a real steady point guard. We ran a few sets for her today to look for her shot, and she definitely did that. Also created some scoring opportunities for herself, just again by, I feel like I've said read the defense several times, but just really read what the defense gave her and was able to finish shots. So they both were very, very solid today, steady players for us.
So you guys are out to a 3-0 start on the season. So how do you feel about the season starting out on such a strong note, especially with who you have to face coming up next week?
Oh yeah, you know, every game's a challenge. You've got to prepare specifically for your next opponent based on, you know, their strengths and weaknesses, and our players have done a good job with that with our first 3 opponents. It's really nice when you get to play at home, get to play in friendly confines, you know, play in the gym where you work out every single day. And so we're about to take our team on the road and see how we respond to playing in somebody else's gym, combined with the travel. And so next week will be a good challenge for us just to see where our team really is.
First up, you guys have Kansas State on Tuesday, and then you have the Little Rock tournament. So what is the main mindset you want your team to have heading into those couple games?
You know, the next couple of days, we really need to focus on some areas of improvement that we'll talk about, you know, the next couple of days with our team, just for them to get serious about making some changes, just slight changes, and you know, not allowing teams to take advantage of us so much offensively. If we have our hands down or we don't see balls, see girls, so we've got to eliminate some of those errors. But you know, I just want our team to want to move forward every day, not be satisfied. Like I said, next week will be a big challenge with Kansas State, Arkansas Little Rock, and Arkansas State, but we'll just take it one day at a time.
I think my team performed how we thought we would going against a Division II team. Like, there's a lot that a D1 expects from competing against a D2. So I think we competed how I thought we were going to compete, and I don't really expect too much for myself. Like, each game, I just kind of go out there where my team needs me. That's where I'm going to be. So I think my team competed very, very well, and I think I just played basketball.
couple really good games so far for you. Really strong start to the season, and overall strong start for the team this season. So, like I asked Coach earlier, how do you want to use the momentum from the past 3 games to head into the rest of the season?
I think the momentum's definitely going to carry us, and something that we needed, especially we play K-State next week, so it's some momentum that we needed, and I think it's going to be a good start for us, and I think it's going to carry us through the rest of the season.
What do you really think like the team needs to keep like working on, keep improving on, and what do you think like the team has done really well so far this season?
I think one thing we probably need to continue to work on is turnovers, definitely, because turnovers have hurt us in the past and kind of hurt us not too bad today, but definitely could against a higher up team, and then probably finishing games a lot more well than we have been. So we start really strong and then we kind of don't finish as well as we should, but I think something we're really doing well together is just the chemistry that we have together. We're playing really well together. We know how each other plays, and we're getting each other ball, and we're just like having fun out there really is what we're doing well.
I thought it was awesome. I thought we played really good team basketball. We had a lot of assists, and that's how we got 16 threes, I guess it was. But yeah, we played good team basketball.
So you mentioned team basketball. How much work have you guys been putting in with the gym and making sure you guys have good ball control, making sure to pass the ball to get those wide open threes that you guys have been
A
having?
lot. We've put in a lot of work. We had a lot of 3-hour practices. Now we're down to 2.5, but we're in the gym all the time together, so we work on it a lot.
So again, you guys are 3-0 to start the season. Really good start, really strong start. So how do you want to use this momentum and what you guys have been building on for the past 3 games heading into the rest of the season?
We have a lot of good film that we need to watch, and like Coach said, our next opponent is K-State, so we're going to start scouting them and stuff, and I think we just have to go into that with confidence and use the things that we didn't do correctly in these games and do them correctly in the K-State game.
So what has it been like for you coming off the bench and having those really strong performances and almost being like a really strong 6-man of sorts?
It's been really good. I try to bring energy off the bench just to give a little spark, and so it's been fun.